everyone, my name is Tanya Jayanth, and I'm here to talk about motivation, the starting point for everything big and small that happens in this world. To start off, let me ask you all a question. When were you last motivated? Let me explain what motivation means. It is the push to do basically anything. Motivation can be intrinsic, which means it's found within yourself. For example, creating routines and rewarding yourself. It can also be extrinsic, which means it's acquired from outside. For example, talking to family, friends, and mentors. The more you think about it, motivation is basically in your DNA. Let me tell you about a time motivation took me to a place I never thought was possible to reach. In Q1, a few students, 5th through 8th grade, were invited to participate in the Great Communicator Lincoln Memorial Speech Contest. The theme was to pitch an invention that would change lives for the better. It seemed simple at first, but then I hit a bump in the road. I realized I didn't know where to start. I knew I had a solution to a major problem people around the world face. I knew my invention could potentially save multiple lives. But every time I tried to start, multiple constraints kept me from completing it. At times, I almost gave up. But I was motivated to share an idea I was so passionate about. And to do this, there was only one way. Keep moving forward. I realized I had an idea, but not an invention. Once my idea became an invention, I spent several weeks researching and drafting my speech until I finally had something I was proud of. I then made sure everything flowed seamlessly. The hardest part was definitely memorizing the entire thing, which is usually not an easy feat for me. I was proud that my idea had come so far, and I was ready to share it with everyone. On the day of the contest, it felt like my nerves were trying to get the better of me. My whole body trembled as I walked up to that podium, feeling everyone's eyes on me. But as I started to deliver my speech, little by little, everything began to come out so smoothly. As I concluded, any doubts I had about my speech seemed to fade away, because by then, I had finally done it. In the end, I placed third and lost to my younger sister, who had placed first. I was disappointed at first, but then I realized that this was not the end for my invention. I may not have won the contest, but I had something better. The motivation to pursue incredible things, including standing up in front of you today. A quote by Winston Churchill is, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." The courage in this quote is motivation, and we all have to be motivated in order to pursue the incredible things in life. Everyone in this room has a story, and all those stories start with motivation. Motivation is everywhere, and it's everything. And I hope that everyone who hears this understands the importance of motivation in this diverse world. The next time you hear that tiny voice at the back of your head telling you not to give up, listen to it. Let's think back to the question at the start, but think of it as this. When were you last motivated? To do something great. Thank you.